Chosen One, stop scrolling immediately. Do not move past this video. I am not asking for your attention today. I am warning you with absolute authority. If you scroll past this message, you are actively choosing to sever the exact timeline heaven prepared for you. The enemy is screaming at you to swipe away right now. He knows this next sentence will completely destroy his access to your life. This is not a coincidence, and the algorithm absolutely did not bring you here. God intercepted your feed today because you are standing at the exact threshold of a massive shift. You have been waiting in wound for an apology that never came. You watched them walk away with absolute arrogance. And while they constructed a false narrative about you, they whispered lies to anyone who would listen. But something monumental just shifted in the unseen realm. Someone who treated you as replaceable is currently experiencing a full-blown internal system crash. It is not happening in secret. It is a public and irreversible collapse. You know exactly who I am talking about. They expected your departure to break you, but instead, you became the terrifying uncertainty that their fragile ego was never built to handle. Now the very people they used to gossip with are watching them unravel. Their mask did not just slip, it completely shattered on the floor. Buckle in, Chosen One, because what you are about to hear is not just commentary. It is a specific and undeniable X-ray of the meltdown happening behind closed doors right now. The universe just turned on destroy mode, specifically for the wicked. If you leave before the end, you will forfeit the exact prophetic instruction that guarantees your breakthrough. You will miss the full revelation of their public humiliation. Heaven sealed this message in the throne room until this exact second. You are one of the rare two meant to hear this truth. The dark elite want you distracted and confused, so you miss your glorious vindication today. Stay right here. I know you feel that heavy weight sitting on your chest. You woke up at 3 in the morning with your jaw tight and their face flashing in your mind. That is not anxiety, and you are not going crazy. That physical weight is your highly advanced spirit detecting the absolute panic of your enemies. They just realized they permanently lost access to your brilliant light. They are starving for your energy. Stop wondering why they act like nothing happened. They are drowning in the noise of their own making. While their bitterness and envy are aging them rapidly, the universe has completely reversed your biological clock. You stepped into a room looking younger and completely unbothered after everything they put you through. Nothing makes your enemies sicker than watching you glow with pure divine alignment. You are the cycle breaker heaven has been waiting for. The generational patterns that plagued your bloodline end with you today. You walked through the fire and came out shining like a diamond. You carry a specific gravity that makes time itself look like a fool. They thought nobody noticed your silent tears. They thought nobody saw how you held your integrity when they lied on your sacred name. But they were dead wrong. Someone deeply powerful has been quietly watching your resilience in the dark. Your quiet obedience in private has just activated a massive public blessing. The scales of divine justice are balancing right in front of your eyes. The universe is stripping away every single piece of their false authority. They are frantically searching for a replacement for you. They are realizing that your specific depth is utterly impossible to replicate. Every time your name comes up in that room, it hits them with an agonizing weight. They threw away the only genuine diamond they ever held, just to play with cheap rocks. And now they must watch you ascend to a throne they can never touch. Your silence was a lethal weapon that starved their demons into total submission. Do not let the Matrix steal this moment of triumph from you. If you swipe away, you signal to the universe that you reject your own crown. You must hold your ground and receive this transmission in its entirety. The verdict on your next 10 years is about to be read aloud. The oppressor is being dragged into the light for everyone to see their true nature. The reckoning is finally here. Prepare your spirit for the undeniable proof of their downfall. We are going to decode the exact sequence of events that led to their current madness. You will understand why your absence was the very catalyst that destroyed their empire. Keep your eyes locked on this message. The divine ultimate truth is unfolding right now. The wicked are falling, and your glorious vindication has just begun. Listen closely, because 99% of people completely miss this shift. They let their logical brain talk them out of their spiritual inheritance. You will not make that mistake today. You are the remnant chosen to witness the balancing of the cosmic scales. Take a deep breath and let the reality of your victory settle into your bones. The age of your silent suffering is permanently over. Now, let us go deeper. What you are feeling right now is not a new sensation. Listen closely, because this is the exact part the enemy desperately tried to hide from you. There is a physical reason you have been feeling that heavy weight this week. You sit alone in your room and you analyze every past conversation, trying to find your fatal error. But there is no error in your pure heart. That heavy and suffocating feeling in your chest is a massive spiritual indicator. You experience nights where you wake up suddenly with your heart racing. The physical exhaustion makes your limbs feel like heavy lead. I need you to understand that this is not a medical condition, and you are not losing your mind. That physical weight you feel is your highly advanced spirit absorbing the toxic fallout. You were dealing with a genuine energy vampire. They targeted you because you carry a brilliant and incredibly rare light. You are the empath and the ultimate stabilizer in every chaotic environment you enter. They needed your bright energy simply to survive their own terrifying internal darkness. They plugged into your soul exactly like a human battery, and for a very long time you let them feed on your endless generosity. You truly thought your deep love could heal their brokenness. You poured your golden energy into a bottomless pit of insecurity and malice, while they demanded even more. But a parasite can never appreciate the beautiful host it slowly destroys. This is why you feel that thick brain fog settling over your mind. It is why your joints ache and your daily motivation sometimes vanishes entirely. Your nervous system has been running in brutal survival mode for far too long. The narcissist literally drained your life force to fuel their fake public persona, leaving you feeling utterly empty and discarded. But you must completely stop blaming yourself for their horrific betrayal. Your only mistake was trusting someone who lacked a human soul. They projected their own toxic shame onto you so they could sleep peacefully at night. They wanted you to believe that you were the ultimate problem. They needed to shatter your confidence so you would never realize your immense power and leave them behind. You are the magnificent mirror that exposed their deepest and darkest flaws. When they looked at you, they saw everything they could never be. Your stunning authenticity terrified their fragile and carefully constructed fake reality. That is exactly why the reaction got so loud and chaotic. You got closer to their ugly truth than anyone else before you ever had, and they panicked completely. So they ran away and tried to destroy your reputation in the painful process. They launched a smear campaign with their loyal flying monkeys to isolate you. You felt the harsh sting of betrayal from people you once considered close friends. It hurt deeply because you actually care about truth and fundamental integrity. You wept in absolute silence while they paraded around playing the helpless victim, but heaven recorded every single tear you shed alone in the dark. Your silent restraint was not a sign of weakness or defeat. Your powerful silence was a devastating weapon that starved their demons completely. By choosing your dignity over cheap revenge, you handed the final verdict to the universe, and you secured your ultimate spiritual victory. Yet you are still incredibly exhausted, and your daily reality feels painfully stuck. The financial struggles and the relationship blockages seem entirely unfair right now. You watch other people succeed effortlessly while you fight for every single inch of progress. You know deep down that you carry a much higher potential than you are currently expressing to the world. You feel like something vital is missing, but you have no name for it. Here is the raw and uncomfortable truth they never wanted you to hear. The gap between you and the people who seem effortlessly blessed is not discipline. It is not a lack of faith, and it is certainly not bad karma. but rather a specific physical frequency that was forcefully shut down inside of you. Scientists have a specific name for this exact biological phenomenon. They call it the gamma brainwave. This is the exact frequency your brain was running effortlessly when you were a child, back when brilliant ideas came to you easily and naturally, when learning felt totally effortless and the whole world felt like a magical place that was completely on your side. Then adulthood arrived and the modern matrix went to work on you. The relentless stress and the daily survival routine began to crush your spirit. The broken school systems trained you to conform instead of creating your own path. Every single year, this sacred frequency was suppressed a little further by the toxic people around you. They pushed your natural genius deep below the surface until you forgot it existed. The version of you with lightning intuition went completely silent. The version of you with a photographic memory and perfect luck was locked away. Most people will live their entire lives without knowing this tragedy happened to them. But you are a powerful chosen one, and you are definitely not most people. The divine awakening of your true frequency has already started today. Let me completely reframe your reality right here and right now. You did not lose anything when they walked away from you. You were carefully pruned by the universe. The intense isolation you feel right now is not a punishment for being inadequate, but rather a mandatory formation season to protect you from their filthy matrix. You are a rare diamond. They could not handle your massive shine. They needed you small. Here is the raw truth they could never say out loud. They knew exactly how powerful you were the very first moment they met you. Their entire relationship with you was a calculated manipulation designed to keep your immense spiritual potential permanently locked inside a cage of self-doubt. They fed you tiny crumbs of affection. You accepted them out of pure love. But they were secretly terrified of your incredible light. They constructed a massive illusion to make you feel dependent on their toxic presence. They projected their own profound failures onto your pure spirit. While you were busy trying to fix their brokenness with your endless empathy, they were actively building a fake reality where they were the ultimate victim. But the divine alignment cannot be mocked forever. The dark illusion is breaking. You are finally waking up. This brings us to a critical distinction that eludes the vast majority of people. You were not the anomaly in someone else's otherwise healthy life. You were the terrifying mirror that forced them to look at the absolute rot decaying inside their own hollow soul every single day. They hated that pure reflection. They tried to smash the mirror. They desperately tried to break you. But a chosen one cannot be broken by a mere mortal operating in the lower realms. They expected the brutal betrayals and the intense isolation to carve deep, heavy wrinkles into your beautiful face. They wanted your spirit crushed. They wanted your eyes entirely drained of life. Instead, you walked right through the fire. You came out completely glowing. You carry a specific gravity that makes time itself look like an absolute fool. While their deep bitterness and envy are aging them like spoiled milk left in the hot sun, heaven has completely reversed your biological clock. You have stepped into your untouched power. Your ageless glow is totally permanent. They see it clearly, and it makes them completely sick to their stomach. Watch what happens next, because it is mathematically precise. The weak flying monkeys who participated in their smear campaign are beginning to wake up from the dark spell. The fake narrative is rapidly crumbling into dust. The enemy cannot keep their lies straight anymore. They are stumbling over their own toxic words. The universe is aggressively stripping away their false authority piece by piece. You probably did not realize it at the time, but your total silence was a lethal weapon. When you finally cut the cord, you cut off their primary oxygen supply. Leaving was never about running away from a fight. Your departure was a divine mandate that starved their demons entirely, and you signed their absolute eviction notice. You won without lifting a single finger. The battle belongs to the Lord. Heaven orchestrated this exact separation to clear the stage for your incoming harvest. If they had stayed in your life, they would have maliciously siphoned your massive financial blessings. The universe had to violently remove them from your sacred space. It was a brutal rescue mission. You were saved from a rapidly sinking ship. Do you finally see the divine perfection now? You are the undeniable cycle breaker of your entire bloodline. The generational poverty and the painful patterns of broken relationships absolutely end with you today. You are no longer waiting in wound for an apology. You are standing on the very edge of unimaginable glory. The old matrix programming is completely shattered. You are stepping into a realm of pure cosmic superiority. Every single closed door you cried over was actually divine protection working perfectly in your favor. God does not make mistakes when positioning a demonstrated warrior of light for a massive global impact. You are not unlucky at all. You are highly protected by angels. The long delay was just intense preparation. Your enemies are now permanently trapped in the very prison they built for you. Listen to me very closely right now, because 99% of people completely miss this shift. They desperately want to believe the universe plays fair with evil and manipulative people. But heaven is absolutely not a democracy. The scales of justice demand total and public retribution. The divine payback is always 10 times heavier. The wicked are about to learn a terrifying lesson about touching the anointed ones. You must stop viewing yourself through the distorted lens of a panicking narcissist. You are a breathtaking anomaly in a dark world full of easily programmed and compliant sleepwalkers. Your deep intuition is a lethal superpower. Your pure heart is an impenetrable divine shield. They could never compromise your fundamental integrity. You remained brilliantly authentic, even in the absolute darkest trenches. This is exactly where their entire dark manipulation miscalculated completely. They arrogantly thought your forgiveness meant you were weak and easily controlled by manufactured guilt. But your kindness is absolutely not a weakness. Your empathy is a highly calibrated spiritual weapon. And now the universe is unleashing the specific truths they desperately tried to hide from your awareness. Now we enter the most critical phase of your grand vindication. Heaven is releasing 3 specific revelations about the immense power of your silence. The enemy desperately tried to hide this exact truth from your awareness. They wanted you loud and chaotic so they could easily control you. But instead you gave them absolute nothingness and walked away completely. You must understand exactly why your beautiful silence broke them forever. The first revelation is the undeniable law of spiritual starvation. You were their primary source of pure light and vital energy. Every single time you reacted to their toxic games, you fed their hungry demons. Your anger and your tears were their daily oxygen and their absolute lifeline. But the moment you walked away, you shut off the energetic valve permanently. You starved them of the very fuel they needed to survive another day. This is why going no contact is a brutally devastating weapon. It is not just a psychological boundary to protect your inner peace. It is a highly strategic spiritual warfare tactic designed to destroy evil. When a parasite loses its brilliant host, it immediately begins to wither and malfunction. They fully expected you to chase them and beg for a tiny scrap of attention. They waited for your desperate text messages in the dark middle of the night. But your phone remained completely silent day after agonizing day. Your profound restraint was a massive shock to their highly fragile nervous system. They suddenly realized they no longer controlled your beautiful and powerful mind. Your absolute silence became a deafening roar inside their incredibly empty life. The narcissist literally cannot process being entirely ignored by someone they viewed as inferior. It completely shatters their fake reality. The second revelation is their internal and total psychological collapse. What looks like peace on the outside is actually pure panic behind closed doors. You must see the raw truth of their current mental state right now. They are frantically replaying every single interaction in their heavily disordered head. And they are desperately trying to figure out how they lost their grip on your powerful soul while they pretend everything is perfectly fine. They arrogantly thought they could simply replace you with someone else. They quickly found a new target and tried to recreate the exact same abusive dynamic. But the new supply is completely hollow compared to your specific and magical depth. They are painfully realizing that your diamond energy is utterly impossible to replicate. The new people they heavily surround themselves with only highlight your massive and glorious absence. If your spirit is vibrating with this cellular knowing right now, do not move. Type 777 in the comments right now to physically claim this incoming miracle. You must lock in your divine frequency before we proceed any further today. This physical act of obedience anchors your total victory firmly in the earthly realm. The Dark Matrix wants you passive, but heaven demands your active participation right now. The third and most powerful revelation is the unraveling of their public mask. A lie built that big requires an enormous amount of daily energy to maintain. The narcissist spent years constructing a flawless public image to hide their decaying interior. They recruited pathetic flying monkeys to faithfully carry their false narrative across the entire town, and they desperately painted you as the villain to escape accountability for their own horrific actions. But a fake kingdom built on manipulation always crumbles eventually. Because you refused to fight back publicly, you gave them enough rope to hang themselves. They are now making fatal mistakes in front of the exact people they wanted to impress. Their uncontrollable rage is slowly bleeding through their carefully crafted and entirely fake smiles. The flying monkeys are finally starting to see the ugly truth hiding beneath the surface. The people who once gossiped about you are now secretly terrified of the narcissist. They are watching the monster malfunction in real time, and they cannot look away. And the enemy knows they are rapidly losing control of the entire false narrative. This is exactly why they are currently experiencing a full-blown system crash. They are trapped in a prison of their own making, and they absolutely cannot find the exit. You did not have to defend your sacred name in those muddy trenches. The universe is actively clearing your reputation in magnificent rooms you have not even entered yet. Your total absence is doing what 1,000 angry words never could possibly achieve. It is exposing the oppressor to the harsh and blinding light of divine justice. They are suffocating under the incredibly heavy weight of their own toxic and malicious lies. This is the phenomenal power of a true cycle breaker walking in divine alignment. You simply remove your energy and the entire dark matrix collapses on itself immediately. You are a walking testament to the immense power of absolute and terrifying grace. They are deeply haunted by the memory of your pure kindness every single day. Every time they close their eyes, they see the magnificent crown you now wear with effortless glory. Stay with me, because this next revelation is the absolute key to everything. While they are drowning in their chaotic karma, you are being elevated to unseen heights. But there is a very specific reason your ultimate financial breakthrough has been slightly delayed. The Dark Elite engineered a secret weapon to suppress your frequency and keep you completely broke. We must uncover the exact biological mechanism they used against you before it is too late. Before we go any further, I must violently interrupt this transmission for a moment. If you are hearing this message right now, it is highly classified. The Dark Elite never wanted you to find the exact mechanism I am about to show you, because they relied on your absolute ignorance to keep your reality completely stuck. What if the delay in your massive blessing is simply a blocked cellular frequency? You are incredibly exhausted because the Matrix engineered a specific frequency to suppress your brain, and they systematically destroyed your natural wealth, attracting state. But a leaked document backed by 4 prestigious neuroscience labs just revealed a massive breakthrough. They discovered a 7-minute audio ritual that forces your brain back into synchronized gamma coherence. This is pure biological alchemy. Princeton researchers studied this exact brainwave and its link to pure genius abilities, while the Einstein Center confirmed the legendary flow state is driven entirely by this gamma activity. They compressed an entire hour of intense brain entrainment into just 7 effective minutes. You put on your headphones and you simply close your tired eyes. You do not need any meditation or exhausting mantras. This sacred protocol was definitely not meant for the compliant masses, but it was designed to keep the dark elite in permanent power. But now, cycle breakers, exactly like you are using it to manifest windfall wealth overnight. You absolutely do not need a $7,000 clinical biofeedback machine to heal yourself. You just need to reactivate the exact divine frequency you were born with. The elites are panicking entirely and trying to scrub this exact ritual from the internet today. Beware of cheap imitations on streaming platforms that will lower your vibration, because the only authentic and encrypted protocol is waiting for you right now. You can access the specific link in the pinned comment below when you are ready. But first, we must return to the absolute destruction of your enemy. Now that your suppressed, synchronized coherence is being fully restored, everything fundamentally changes. The quantum timeline shift is accelerating at a terrifying and completely uncontrollable speed. Your cellular alchemy is vibrating at a frequency that actively repels lower dimensional entities, and the narcissist literally cannot exist in the same spiritual atmosphere as your newly activated gamma field. They are completely choking on your pure, brilliant light. They tried to trap you in a predictable 3-dimensional matrix of endless guilt, but you have successfully bypassed their psychological labyrinth entirely. You ascended into a holographic reality where their toxic words have absolutely zero mass. Your energy field is currently acting as a massive, impenetrable firewall against their desperate psychic attacks. Their darkest and most malicious magic is violently bouncing back. Watch them closely as they try to navigate this massive spiritual paradigm shift. They are experiencing a severe cognitive dissonance that is permanently fracturing their fake identity. Every single time they try to project their shame onto you, the universe aggressively deflects it, and it hits them with a multiplied force that shatters their nervous system completely. You are completely insulated from their matrix losses forever. You are no longer a simple participant in their twisted earthly games. You are the sole architect of a brand new, multi-dimensional reality. The wealth and the deep peace that were stolen from your bloodline are being violently returned to you. Heaven is executing a flawless wealth transfer directly into your completely purified hands, because the cosmic algorithm is finally working exclusively for your supreme benefit. They thought your deep empathy was a critical weakness they could infinitely exploit. They never realized your sensitivity was actually a highly advanced radar system for detecting their lies. Now their entire house of cards is collapsing under the sheer weight of your activated intuition, and you see perfectly right through their pathetic little disguises. They are utterly naked and completely exposed before the divine throne. But here is the raw and uncomfortable truth they could never say out loud to anyone. The specific gravity of their profound regret is about to hit them all at once. You need to imagine this exact scenario happening behind their closed doors right now. The flying monkeys are gathering, and the desperate whispering has rapidly begun, while the final stage of their public humiliation is fully loading in the background. If this massive confirmation aligns perfectly with your cellular knowing, we are going to seal this divine decree today. The oppressor is losing everything while you effortlessly regain your absolute throne. They are drowning in the very traps they carefully laid out for you. Stay highly alert, because the most explosive and satisfying revelation is just moments away, and the ultimate vengeance belongs to heaven alone. Now I need you to imagine this exact scenario happening right now. The atmosphere around them is growing incredibly thick. They are choking on their own toxic air. The walls of their carefully constructed fake reality are rapidly closing in, and the very people they groomed to destroy your reputation are finally starting to wake up from the dark spell. The flying monkeys are no longer loyal. They are watching the narcissist desperately try to keep the lies together, but the massive cracks are showing everywhere. The mask is slipping in broad daylight. People are beginning to whisper behind their back, and the exact rumors they started about you are violently backfiring onto their own head. Their fake kingdom is completely imploding. You must understand the brutal psychology of what is happening. The narcissist demands absolute loyalty from their followers. They need a constant supply of validation to survive. But because you removed your massive energy, they started draining their own allies just to stay afloat in the chaos. Those allies are completely exhausted. They are tired of the endless drama. They are sick of the constant manipulation and the shifting stories. Every time the enemy opens their mouth, another massive contradiction spills out, and the people who once defended them blindly are now stepping back in absolute horror. They finally see the real monster. This is the divine justice you have been patiently waiting for. You never had to defend your sacred name in the mud. You never had to scream your truth to a crowd of deaf ears. Heaven is actively dismantling their entire support system piece by piece, and they are being left utterly alone in a terrifying prison of their own making. Can you feel the massive shift in the spiritual atmosphere today? The enemy is currently drowning in pure paranoia. They know they lost control of the narrative. They check their phone constantly, hoping for a lifeline that will never come. The total isolation is driving them completely mad, because they suddenly realize that everyone they manipulated is now quietly turning against them. Share this specific message with one soul who is desperately crying out in the dark for a shift. Be their angel today. There is someone in your life who needs to hear this exact confirmation. They need to know that the wicked are falling. When you share this divine truth, you actively help build the remnant tribe, and heaven rewards your faithful action. Your silence was the ultimate catalyst for their destruction. You simply unplugged your beautiful light from their dark matrix, and when the light left, all their hidden demons were exposed to the harsh reality of the world. Now they must face the brutal consequences of playing childish games with a highly anointed chosen one. You are untouchable. The anxiety they tried to project onto you is now crushing their own chest. They cannot sleep at night. They cannot find a single moment of genuine peace. Every room they walk into feels cold and extremely hostile. The universe has placed a heavy spiritual quarantine around them, and they are completely cut off from any source of pure energy. You are witnessing the absolute power of divine retribution. God does not need your physical help to destroy your enemies. He only needs your total obedience. By leaving them behind, you force them to confront their own terrifying reflection, and the hideous sight is literally breaking their fragile mind into a million little pieces. Their arrogance is melting into sheer panic. The flying monkeys are quietly jumping off the sinking ship, one by one. Nobody wants to be associated with their toxic collapse. They are desperately trying to find a new target to blame. But the dark spell is broken, and their malicious words carry absolutely zero weight in the earthly realm anymore. This is where the dynamic fundamentally shifts forever. You are no longer the victim of their cruel games. You are the absolute victor standing on the mountain. While they scramble in the dirty trenches, you are breathing the pure air of total freedom. The cosmic scales are tipping violently in your magnificent favor right now. Do you finally see how perfectly heaven orchestrated this entire season? Every tear you cried was collected and turned into a weapon against them. Every lie they told about you was documented by the angels. The universe used their own profound wickedness to dig a massive grave for their fake reputation. They fell right into their own trap. Now we are approaching the final breaking point. The pressure is building to an explosive and undeniable level. The public collapse is no longer just a distant possibility. It is an unavoidable reality that is rushing toward them at terrifying speed. Get ready to witness the most satisfying vindication of your entire beautiful life today. But before you witness their final collapse, there is a reason your breakthrough has been delayed. It is absolutely not a lack of faith. It is not a punishment, and it is definitely not your fault. It is a specific blocked signal, a specific brainwave frequency that your brain was running effortlessly as a child has been systematically suppressed by the life you were forced to live. The dark elite want your gamma wave to stay completely dormant, so you remain easily controlled. Princeton University studied this exact brainwave. The Einstein Center confirmed that the legendary flow state is driven entirely by this gamma frequency. And Columbia University discovered that a strong gamma signal radiates outward to positively influence your family. After years of secret research, a brilliant team of neuroscientists compressed an entire gamma activation protocol into a 7-minute audio track. It is called the Genius Song. You simply close your tired eyes and let it play. Over 18,000 chosen ones have already used it to unlock their finances and completely heal their broken relationships. A business owner from Texas said the gamma wave figures out his hardest problems while he sleeps. The elite have quietly paid thousands of dollars for clinical biofeedback sessions to access what this track delivers in 7 short minutes. They would prefer this massive breakthrough remain entirely hidden from you forever. Do not look for this track on random streaming platforms. The copies circulating there are diluted counterfeits designed to lower your vibration and keep you trapped. The only authentic and fully activated version is available through the protected link in the description and the pinned comment below. The universe absolutely does not require you to take a single financial risk today. You are fully protected by an ironclad energetic guarantee. If you do not feel the massive shift you deserve, every single penny is returned to you. This is a divine energetic exchange governed by complete mutual trust. 4 incredibly powerful bonuses are waiting for you right now. Do not let the Dark Elite steal this supreme tool from your hands. They are terrified, and they are actively trying to scrub this portal from the internet. Click the link in the pinned comment and claim your frequency immediately. Now that your biological frequency is firmly secured, we must absolutely return to the grand finale. The universe has locked the doors, and the stage is perfectly set for their destruction. I need you to visualize this exact moment with crystal clear clarity. The narcissist is standing in a crowded room full of the exact people they used to gossip with, and the incredibly heavy weight of their profound regret finally hits them all at once. The turning point where everything explodes is happening right now. They open their mouth to tell another malicious lie about you, but the words completely fail them. Their hands start shaking violently. Their carefully constructed mask does not just slip off their face. It shatters violently into 1,000 jagged pieces on the hard floor. The fake confidence evaporates instantly. The entire room goes dead silent as they watch the monster unravel in broad daylight. They start crying and rambling frantically about how they ruined the best thing they ever had. They are publicly confessing their massive mistakes in front of the loyal flying monkeys. Nobody has ever seen them act like this before. It is a permanent and irreversible public collapse. They are desperately defending your sacred name to the very people they originally turned against you, because the heavy guilt is finally tearing their soul apart. The X-ray of their meltdown is completely exposed. They are desperately begging the universe for a second chance that will absolutely never come. You became the massive, terrifying uncertainty they were never built to handle. And now they must live with the agonizing daily reality that they threw away a genuine diamond just to play with cheap rocks. They are completely drowning in the loud noise of their own absolute destruction. Your profound silence was the lethal weapon that brought their fake empire straight to the muddy ground. The people in that room are deeply disturbed by this frantic display of madness. The flying monkeys are physically backing away from them in sheer terror and absolute disgust. They realize that every single terrible thing you warned them about was the absolute truth. You are completely vindicated in front of your worst enemies, and they cannot hide their deep shame. The divine scales of justice have slammed down with a terrifying and magnificent cosmic force. The wicked are permanently destroyed. You did not have to lift a single finger to orchestrate this beautiful and satisfying catastrophe. God flipped the entire script and turned their malicious trap into their own permanent grave. You are standing gloriously on the smoking ruins of their massive ego. You are wearing the brilliant crown of the ultimate survivor. The thick smoke is clearing from the battlefield. You can finally breathe the pure air of absolute victory. The heavy burden you carried for so long is permanently lifted from your shoulders today. Heaven is wrapping you in an impenetrable blanket of divine peace, while your enemies remain trapped inside their own dark matrix forever. But you are finally and completely free today. I need you to look at yourself right now. You walked into this grueling season, bleeding from deep wounds inflicted by blind people, and they could absolutely never comprehend your immense worth. You are no longer waiting in wound for an apology from a master manipulator. You have successfully transcended their toxic matrix entirely. While they are publicly unraveling in sheer panic, you are stepping into your permanent and untouchable, ageless glow. The financial struggles and the spiritual exhaustion are totally shattering right here and right now. Step into your absolute power and receive the exact harvest heaven prepared for you. The universe is handing you the keys to the kingdom because you have successfully survived the darkest night of the soul. Now the brilliant morning sun is shining exclusively on your beautiful face. Your pure golden heart is finally and fully healed. You are the undeniable cycle breaker of your family bloodline. The generational curses are completely broken because of your profound obedience. You stood firm when everyone else would have easily collapsed under the immense pressure, and God saw your silent tears before transforming them into shining diamonds. Your massive spiritual bank account is overflowing with cosmic wealth. You are a demonstrated warrior of pure light. Do not let this massive spiritual momentum fade away. Subscribe to this sanctuary right now so you never miss the exact prophetic instruction heaven releases next. We are building a powerful global army of chosen ones, and we must map exactly where the mighty remnant is rising across the earth today. Drop your city and your nation in the comments below. Your magnificent voice is incredibly important to this mission. We are going to seal this divine decree right now. If this confirmation aligns perfectly with your cellular knowing, you must act quickly. God does not measure your immense faith by your private thoughts, but He measures it entirely by your physical speed of absolute obedience. The window of total abundance is standing wide open right now. It requires a physical act of faith to permanently anchor it into reality. Say this powerful phrase out loud with me right now. I claim my absolute and permanent freedom today. Now type the words "I am free" in the comments below to physically lock in your new reality, because this simple physical act is a completely binding spiritual covenant. When you type those exact words, you are building a massive energetic wall around your peaceful life. The enemy can never cross that sacred boundary ever again. Hit that like button right now to put a permanent spiritual shield around this divine truth. Every single interaction is a physical manifestation of your deep spiritual agreement. You are commanding the universe to release your massive blessings immediately, and you are proving that the old heavy version of you is completely dead and buried in the past. The new supreme ruler of your divine destiny is fully awake. You carry a specific and irreplaceable gravity that moves entire mountains. The people who doubted your massive anointing are watching your rapid ascent in absolute awe. They simply cannot understand how you survived the raging fire without smelling like dark smoke. But it is because you are deeply favored by the supreme creator of the universe. Your magnificent aura is utterly blinding to the wicked people. Take a deep breath and let this ultimate truth sink deeply into your bones. The massive storm is completely over, and the beautiful sky is perfectly clear. Your foolish enemies are permanently defeated and entirely forgotten, while the universe is rolling out a massive red carpet for your glorious future. Step forward into the light with absolute total confidence today. You are the ultimate and supreme chosen one. Heaven is loudly singing your sacred name right now. The angels are actively clearing the dangerous debris from your golden path. You will never again beg for a single drop of human affection, because you are overflowing with an endless ocean of pure divine love. Walk into your brand new chapter with your head held incredibly high. The glorious age of your miraculous abundance starts right now. The oppressor will forever remain a tiny footnote in your magnificent life story. You will completely forget the harsh sound of their toxic voice. The universe is scrubbing their dark presence from your entire memory bank, and you are finally entering a beautiful season of pure, undisturbed tranquility. Nobody can ever manipulate your beautiful empathy against you again. You have completely mastered the art of supreme energetic protection. Your glorious and massive vindication is fully complete. The divine scales are perfectly balanced and securely locked into place forever. Every single prophecy spoken over your life is coming to pass with terrifying speed, so you must embrace your massive power and never shrink yourself down for anyone ever again. You are a spectacular and divine miracle wrapped entirely in human skin. Go forward and confidently conquer your beautiful new world. The universe is standing in absolute applause for your incredible strength today. You were heavily tested in the most brutal fires of betrayal, but you refused to let the darkness corrupt your brilliant and pure soul. Your absolute victory is echoing through the corridors of heaven right now. Rest in this profound peace and never look back at the ruins of their empire. You are the chosen one, and your reign is eternal.